Hello everyone, welcome back to NCHANZPLACE. So I have here the Graven Labs Fanart Green Hulk. Very big piece, as you can see. His hands is almost as big as my face. Also, I have a video for the unboxing. Do check that out as well. How hard it was, how it turned out to be some kind of epic fail. But either way, it was exciting. It's good that I have him here already. And I'm really excited to show you guys what I think about this piece, show you some close-ups. I tried to find a way that the green looks better, I hope. But either way, I'm very excited to do the review. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, subscribe it as well. And also, if you like this video, share it, click the like button down there. So let's get started. So before going or deep diving on the review, I just want to highlight some things that I kind of didn't like about this piece. One of which is the base. The base is very pointy. It can actually hurt you, at least for me. When I lift it up, I think I kind of somehow hold it in a wrong position or something. It was quite painful, to be honest. So just do be careful with regards to that one. Either you have some gloves or anything, or I don't know. Just do be careful with that. So this is something that you have to be careful and be aware, because if it hurts, you might drop it, and yeah, it will cost you the base of the statue, because it's actually very heavy. The next one would be the assembly, which you have seen in the unboxing. When I assembled it, it's quite difficult, to be honest. That was difficult doing it alone, and I would say that it's kind of scary also. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be scared, or maybe it's just me, but it's kind of scary for me because it might bend, it might damage the peg hole, those kind of stuff. That's what I'm scared about, because I might drop it or something, or bend the key in the how do you call this, in the leg part, that kind of stuff. But I found some way, to be honest, how to do it, but it's not in this level. I think in this level I can do it. I have to do it like differently. And the last thing that I'm very nitpicky also is somehow that for me there's some kind of inconsistency with the paint job. One example is the nails are quite weathered, like there's really like dirt or something. That for me is nice. But the hand is very clean, and yeah, I mean that's somehow kind of inconsistent. Maybe it looks weird for you. For me, it's not that bad, but it's kind of inconsistent. What's not really worst, but what's weird as well was that if they have able to do this kind of weathering or detailed paint in the nails, they couldn't do that in the teeth. I was wondering, because actually if you look at this piece, you can directly see the teeth, and because it's white and everything here is quite dark, and then you can see directly this one, your eyes will be drawn to this one, and it doesn't have that detailed like dirty mouth or something. And I think that's one of the things that the other guys who has this complain about, and I guess mostly because it's not the same as a prototype. But either way, I think those are the things that I am kind of nitpicky about. But it's not a deal breaker, to be honest, for me, because he still looks pretty awesome. He still looks very good. I kind of like the design with regards to like a classic look. So those are the things that for me is something that you guys before getting this needs to know. So this is his toenails and his feet. So again, my only nitpick is that I do wish, since the toenails are very weathered, you can see that, I wish that there were weathering as well in his feet and legs or something in here. But the texture of this is actually pretty awesome, as you can see that. Really well done with regards to the sculpt. So I just wish that they added some more weathering on the foot or the feet. This is the mixed media. where the sim is, where the difficult part is. Sorry, but that was very difficult. I love the mixed media though. I like it. And I have a chance to, I mean, at least for the guys who own this, you can have a chance to weather it more. So that would be nice. So let's take a look at the back part. So this is the back of the leg and the feet. Look at that. Look how big are those calves. His butt. There you go. I'm not sure if the mixed media is aligned with the butt, but look at his huge back. I hope you can see this, guys. It's pretty big. So you can see here from the side, look at the details of the veins there. I actually like how the veins are applied for this one compared to the other Hulk. It actually looks better, I have to say. And I think it also has some veins in here in his leg. Look at that. I would say it's subtly added, which makes it very good compared to the other Fanart Hulk. So this is the front part. Here is his abs. Again, it's nicely done because I always like a classic Hulk, like the OG sideshow ones. And in here they incorporated this veins, which is subtly done. It's very subtle. I like it. I like this compared these veins. I like it how it's done compared to the other Fanart Hulk. Very good. The musculature, look at that. Look how big he is. Very big bad boy right here. Look at that. Pardon me if you can hear the rain. It's raining outside very badly. But either way, I hope you can still hear my voice properly. Anyway, let's start with the head now. So this is his hair. Look at that. It doesn't have those tiny strands, but you can actually see the strands there, the detailed strands. But it's still okay. I kind of like it. Like I said, it's more of a classic look for this guy. And in here is his face. I would say the teeth. So let's look at the teeth where the other guys who own this complain about. So there's really not much detail there. It's quite okay, to be honest. It's just that I guess it's not the same as the one in the prototype, I guess. The prototype has a lot of details there. And this is his face, his eyes. Look at that. Let's look at the other side of his face. There you go. Look at the details. I kind of love the details, the contours in his face, like that one. I kind of like that one. And somehow he's like a Frankenstein style. Like I said, he's a classic looking Hulk. Very good. And I really love that there's no like seam here, that it's not separated from the body. That is quite good as well. I love that style and I love that concept. So this is the face again. Just giving you guys a closer or a better angle, also, or another angle for that matter. Again, it's more a classic look. I like it, to be honest. It looks good. How his mouth is open, that one is also very classic Frankenstein style. But either way, looks awesome. So let's go for the ratings. Paint job wise, quality, I'm only giving this as a 4.0. You can see some kind of let's say bubble, or I don't know how it's called in paint. Like it's kind of, you can see rough paint there, and you can actually feel it. It's not that obvious. There's some also in the hands in here. There's something in the face. The face you really cannot see that much. I only can feel mostly in the feet itself. Is it a big deal? No, but it's somehow all over the place. So that's it. So only giving quality in terms of 4.0. With regards to color, in terms of the color of the Hulk, I feel it's kind of darker, to be honest. So I'm only giving it as 4.0 as well. Because also I do wish that they have placed a nicer teeth. If they want it to be dirty, put it as dirty. If they want it to be white, they should have placed it white. So for me, the color, I would have expected that it be more consistent. Like for example, he has a very dirty, how would say, fingernails. I do wish that he should also have like a dirty or very, I don't know, nasty detailed teeth. So that's why I'm only giving the teeth and the color scheme as 4.0 as well. With regards to weathering, I do love that they place the weathering. They paid attention to the weathering. It's not perfect, and also especially with the base, there's some weathering also in the base. Like I said, the bottom part, I really love that. So I'm giving the weathering for as 4.5. I do wish that there's some, I guess, weathering or toothaches or something in his teeth, the same as the prototype. And last but not the least is the shadows and highlights. I would give it as a 5 because it's very well done, and I do dig on the shadows and highlights. It actually highlights how big he is, the muscles and everything. So that's for paint job. So for sculpt, quality wise, I kind of give it as a 5. I really don't see any problem or anything. Honestly, there's no problem. I like how it is. There's no problem in terms of sculpt. At least I only see in terms of the paint, like there's like rough paint there, not properly painted, but very subtle. But with regards to sculpt, there's really no problem in terms of quality, so that's why I'm giving it as a 5. With regards to texture, I'm giving this as 4.5 because, again, there's some kind of inconsistency. So some parts has actually, this one has a very less texture, but you can see some lines. But in the other side, like in his arm and some parts of the leg, there's really a lot of texture. So I don't know if that's part of the design or anything, but for me somehow it's kind of inconsistent. Maybe, so that's why I'm only giving texture as 4.5. Either way, he has a very good texture, to be honest. And the texture of, also why 4.5, because the texture of the base is very dangerous. It's very pointy, to be honest, so you do have to be careful about that one. With regards to weight and size, I really love the weight and size. I like the base, the size of the base, how heavy it is. Excluding how painful it is to grab, and the weight of him as well, that is actually pretty good, so I'm giving it as 5.0. And with regards to details and complexity, like I said, I think for most Hulks there's really not much complexity in it, but there's actually a ton of detail for this. Why I'm only giving this as I'm gonna give it as a 4.5, but in terms of why is that it doesn't have too much, how do you call this, too much detail in muscles compared to the other Hulk. Like really good, like I guess it's a modern take, and this one, like I don't expect it to have, but I do wish that there are more contours and everything, musculature, those kind of stuff. So I'm only giving it as a 4.5 for details and complexity. Onto the design, concept wise, I really do love the concept, like a classic Hulk. But I didn't like the part where they have to separate it. The concept is good, but I guess it will turn out bad in terms of assembly, and also the base. I don't like the pointy base concept of the pointy base. I do wish they didn't put this. I think they overly done the texture thing. So, but overall, in terms of the entire concept, that it's a classic Hulk looking, that's good. So I'm only giving this a 4.5 with regards to concept. With regards to displayability, I think I'm gonna give this as a 5. Considering the size, I really love the footprint. It's quite small considering the size compared to the other Hulk. So you will see more of that later with the comparison between these two. So displayability, I'm gonna give this as a 5. Assembly, to be honest, I'm gonna give this a 3.5. Like I said, I really had a hard time doing it by myself, so I do not know if you have someone together, then maybe it's easier, but still, considering he is a Hulk, I wouldn't, or I for me, I shouldn't be doing that kind of or hard work. So I'm only giving assembly as 3.5 because I really had a hard time, and it was for me very scary, and the base is very hard to hold, and that's what's kinda, how would say, disappointing to that. And I want to move it, it's very hard to move as well. And with regards to the switch out and mixed media, there's really no switch out, but it has actually a very good mixed media. I'm digging this one, to be honest. It's stretchy, it has a good feel with the pants and everything. This is quite good, and you can actually button it. That's nice, really well done. Even though it has no how do you call this, switch out, but I really am liking the mixed media, so that's why I'm giving it as a 4.5 for switch outs and mixed media. So that is my review on this big bad boy here. It's quite good. There's something that needs some improving if you want it to be improved. For me, I think I kind of want that there's some dirt in his hands in here, because the nails are quite dirty, like really dirty, and the teeth as well. Maybe some added paint job there, some more details. Maybe it kind of looks a bit dull. Overall, the green, I would say still okay, still manageable if you have the correct lighting, but for me, without the lighting, he looks kind of dark. But other than that, like I said, I like the overall design, the classic look. It really incorporates the classic look, so that's quite good. So thank you for watching. Thank you for watching the review. I hope I help you guys making some decisions. So stay tuned for the comparison between this guy and the other guy.